Welcome again to this lectures of Linux classes. Up till now, we have seen the basic commands, certain more commands that how we can change the permissions on a file on a directory, how can we change for a group, how can we create a group. Now today we will be seeing certain more permissions that is related to fdisk command. So let's open the panel for the Ubuntu machine which we are using and focus on the command that is a fdisk command. Like we are scanning our disk and we want to know that what are the different partitions which are available on our disk. So how can we know the partitions and other informations of our disk of a Linux system? So this fdisk utility is there in a directory which is there stored by the name of sbin. Within this sbin, this is this fdisk which we have to run. But generally, by default, this sbin fdisk is accessed only by the root. A user cannot access it. So first of all, let's enter into the root mode. So yes, we have entered into the root mode. Yes. So we have entered into the root mode. Now let's log in into some user. We know that we have created a user u1. Let's log in into a user u1. Now, after entering into this user, if I wish to run this command of sbin fdisk, which is there to see the different partitions and the information of the hard disk, a normal user is not allowed to do this thing. Only a root can do this thing. So if I'll run this command, it will not allow me to do this thing. So let's see what happens if I run this command. It says permission denied. So I do not have the permission to run this command as a normal user. So in today's lecture, what we will see is we will see that how a user can be given a permission to run this command, so that not only the root but different users can also run this command. So let's see what are the permissions for this fdisk which is stored in this sbin directory. So if we see to it, this sbin fdisk, user is root and group is root. User is root and group is root. If we talk about the permission, it says read write x for the owner, that is the root, read and execute for group, and read and execute for others. So fdisk file read and execute permission is there for others, but still we cannot run this command, because for running this permission command, it is known as a set user id bit. What we have to do is we have to set a user id bit, and that bit is set by the symbol s. SUID bit is set by the symbol S. So from root, we have to set this bit. So how can we do this setting of the user ID bit? Let's see this thing. So let's exit and reach back to the root and clear the screen. Again, if I see the permission for this, coming back to the permissions part only, you see I have named something wrong, therefore it has given this error. Let's correct the name. Has been, yes, the permission of fdisk was wrong. Yes. So you see the permission is there only for root and root. Now from this root, what I am doing is, this is the thing which we are going to learn. For user, I am going to set this S bit. For user, I am going to set this S bit on sbin fdisk, on sbin fdisk. So after setting this s bit, that user id bit, when this user id bit is set for this fdisk utility, for this fdisk command, a user can run this fdisk command. Now if I see the permissions for this fdisk, you can see that it says it is s, it is S. So S bit is set. S bit is set. So when this S bit is set, then a user can execute, can run this command. Now let's see now if a user can run this command. Let's again log in as U1, clear the screen. Now, because we have set the S bit, let's see. Now, instead of permission denied, it has run the command and it gives the information about the different partitions in our disk. That the partitions are dev loop 0, it is of size of 704 kb, it has this much bytes, and these are the number of sectors in this partition. It gives the information about all the partitions of the hard disk. So there are approximately 22 partitions, and they are by the name of loop 1, loop 2, loop 3, which is under the devices folder. So now, why this command has been executed? Because we have set the user id bit. Now again, if I see that what is the scene of user id bit, you can see that for user it is rws. This as denotes that the set user id bit has been set for user. For group it is rwx, means r and x. For others it is r and x. So only user now can run this fdisk command, and root can definitely run this command. So we have set the bit for user. Now we exit from it so that no mistake is being made. I am again unsetting the bit. You also, after doing the changes, can unset the bit. For unsetting the bit, the command is chmod, which we have already seen, change mode u minus s for has been fdisk. This is how we unset the bit. Now user cannot run this command. Let's once again see, for safety purpose, that whether it has been unset or not. Yes, you can see now again it has come. Instead of s, it is showing execution permission. So when this user id bit is set, then only this fdisk command can be run by a normal user. This is how we can set a bit for a user to run this fdisk command. Now in the coming video, in the next video, we'll be seeing more of these type of commands where user can set bit or group id can be set. These things we'll be learning. These are certain complicated commands which are not normally used. So keep on learning Linux and enjoy learning it. Thank you.